Meeting your buoyant, true self. March 3, 2015. For many dear souls, much of their scrambled, confused inner life has been mostly motivated by their desires, what you want from what you don't. It is easy to recognize that some of your desires are greatly superficial, and these can be simply disregarded. Then there are the fundamental wants and desires that are ingrained as part of your survival makeup: the need for food, shelter, clothing, security, loving partner, respect, etc. These kind of wants and desires are not so easily overlooked. When any one of your fundamental desires is threatened, your inner world becomes a scrambled mess and you begin a desperate move to resolve the issue, almost to the point of being obsessive. It is clear to see that most of the time, dear ones, you are able to manage what is superficial in your life to what is fundamental. You find happiness when both are fulfilled, and clearly frustrated when one of them is not. This provides your inner life with a function based on what is happening around you. For the most part, it is an automatic response, a response that is determined by your emotions, how easily you react to certain events and how capable you are at letting the emotions that upset you float away instead of being swept away by them. You are easily captured by your thoughts, and many times have allowed them to sweep you away, but you are also captured by your feelings and emotions. When you are feeling as the emotion, you are reacting, you tend to use I in many of your descriptions as though this simple letter and word has been previously programmed into your psyche to be used during the times you are reacting. Your reactions hold no intention, they do not carry your true use of I. It is like a child going through a tantrum. There is no reason, it just is. It is important, dear ones, to remember as you are reacting or responding emotionally, your emotions and feelings are not you. You will always find people that like or dislike differently than you. This is clearly understood when certain personalities clashes with others. Not everyone will have the same ideas, opinions. Not everyone behaves the same, or has the same level of understanding. You are not meant to be the same. Why would you want to when you can be you? But the question is, do you know who you are? Is it necessary to defend your opinions so heatedly, when they are just opinions? In addition, is it necessary to jump to conclusions about another person simply for the words they chose to express? Even if your opinions, reactions, likes, and dislikes seem to be different aspects of who you are, in truth, dear ones, they are not. You do have the power and capability to let any of them go. They are not you. Your reactions, opinions, likes or dislikes are not skill sets or abilities. If there is a habit that you have developed, you can undevelop it, but first you have to be able to recognize the harm of your habit and the need and want to change it. We have observed many dear souls deciding on a particular like or dislike, and remain with this and act on it for an indefinite amount of time. If you think about it, and reflect on your direction and path, you will see that it has altered a bit and changed, and that is because of certain likes and dislikes that you have allowed in. What is important, dear ones, is learning to not indulge in your likes or dislikes and to remain focused on your current path that will direct you to a successful outcome. You do this through disciplining yourself and your thoughts. It is a learned process, but one that only you can make happen. When you become more disciplined of your desires, you gain more confidence and less prone to react to the emotions and feelings as they come and go. You become less impulsive and more mindful. You become watchful and allow yourself to just be. It is important to your own growth and development to remember that you are never a slave to your own conditioning. And for the most part, in order to make any headway on any spiritual undertaking, you have to undo much of what you have been previously conditioned to think and do. Confronting your beliefs and ways that are no longer serving a higher purpose can be most compelling and frightening, but something everyone needs to do at some point in their lives. Don't become lost in your thoughts. Give yourself the freedom to move beyond them, increasing your possibilities in each step. The big issue, dear ones, is not in the emotions you tend to react to, it is not in your dislikes or likes, and not even in your opinions, but in the fact that you tend to identify with the process of your thoughts that goes on in your mind. When you recognize you are emotionally reacting, you tend to believe in it, and fall into it. You become whatever the emotion or feeling is, and become lost in it. You are no longer capable of saying, I am, because during the moment you are lost in your gripping emotion, you stop being. The more effort you apply to freeing yourself from the tight grip of your emotional mind, the more you are able to let go and discover equanimity and peaceful living. Believe it or not, there is life beyond your reactive emotions and feelings. There is life beyond your egoic thoughts and opinions, and beyond what you like or dislike. There is also life beyond your mundane self that is found in the divine planes of consciousness and peace. Reaching this height of awareness and depth of consciousness may appear as if you have emptied yourself of what you once perceived yourself to be, but what you are doing is participating thoughtfully and mindfully from the inside out. Discovering equanimity, peace, compassion, and higher levels of understanding and consciousness are essential and all-persuasive when you take part in each one consistently, not just when the mood hits you or when you witness someone else doing it. Reaching a state of equanimity is one of the primary conscious emotions or ways of becoming. Many dear souls feel that by reaching the state of equanimity, they will become more indifferent, but that is not the case. You will still be caring, but you will be able to do so vigorously, without the rise of any emotional attachment. An individual who displays equanimity is deeply rooted with their own self. They do not strive or reach, but already live a life that is peaceful from having peaceful thoughts that produce peaceful ways. And they can even live a life free from overabundant joy, a life that is truly buoyant, peaceful and free. Even in the face of trials and tribulations, those with equanimity are able to respond peacefully instead of reactively. To reach this state of being consistently, you need to be balanced in the spiritual practices you take part in, and balanced in your energy centers. To sustain equanimity, it is vital to ensure that you are not driven or powered by your desires. Meditation helps to calm the overwrought mind from thinking too much. It brings peace not only to your mind, but peace to your heart, body, and spirit as well. The more you work at incorporating peace into your likes and dislikes, the less you will react to them and be able to let them pass without reacting or becoming opinionated. Remember, your opinions do not demonstrate your true self, they demonstrate your egoic self. As we are nearing the end of this week's transmission, we ask of you to think of where you can practice equanimity. Discover why it's important to practice awareness more often, and become more observant of yourself when your inner balance becomes off-kilter. Take time learning to let go of your superficial desires, letting go of your opinions, likes and dislikes that rise with certain emotions and feelings, and allow yourself to stay just as you. Be only you, not your opinion, not your like, not your dislike, just you. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, El Morya through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com